Alright, back to it. The defense has a point. Someone who's dead immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? The day after the murder is when you actually got it. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received the results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright? You look shocked. Something you want to say? Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks from the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will. The evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Autopsy report updated in the court record. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness Miss April May take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please. April May. At your service. Wink. Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Oh, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you in the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was, like, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay Co law offices. That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court what you saw. About what you saw. Witness testimony, witness's account. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see any need to trouble the witness any. But wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm. Didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you're a Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes, I'm doing it. I'm glad you proceed with the cross-examination. Only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. I want to review the evidence again real quick. And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was this mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. That's it? Nothing really jumps out as a contradiction. There's gotta be something in there somewhere. Maybe I better just press her on the facts for a bit. Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, you know... I had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid this question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Ooh. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. But badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him. The poor girl. Order. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl? What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next? And then, ooh, I saw a woman with red hair, with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the masked girl sitting in the defendant's chair. How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish finger. Finger? Is that what I said? Figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless about it. About this, I mean. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But, still, we don't know if she was dressed like that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Yar, what are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Necessarily? Miss Mary, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. God damn it. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman dodged the Vert's attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. The kind of statue-y clock? The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Teehee. But how would you know if it was a clock? I wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please again in the cross-examination. How do you know it was a clock? I mean, the first defendant back then, like, he knew it was a clock because he heard the sound. But how do you know it was a clock? Because you were from your hotel room. Clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. Again, how do you know it was a clock? I mean, she has wiretap, but... This evidence clearly reveals a contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are that evidence and the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please take the facts there before making accusations. Fuck. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes. That's what you... I mean, that's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up like a bun. What happened then? Where did this weapon come from? She picked it up from the desk. I see. What sort of weapon was it? Miss May, what you said just now is quite revealing. Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer. You said that this statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too, and he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Oh, the witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defendant is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Phew, that was close. If you stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... because... I heard it? Yes, I heard it say at the time. So you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co. No! Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. The law offices of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't keep up now. I'm not satisfied because... She's admitting something here, but I don't know what it is. You were at the hotel. There's no way you could have heard a clock go off in the building next door. You have proof that she could not? Amateurs. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. In the courtroom, proof is everything. Without it, you are nothing. You have nothing. You are nothing. Then I would like to propose a test to see if she really could have heard. The prosecution denies your request. What? On what grounds? This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case at hand. Indeed, objection sustained. Damn, time to switch directions, quick. Ready to proceed, Mr. Wright? No, Your Honor, I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... it couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. Oh yeah! Duh! She took out the clockwork, that's right. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. She took out the clockwork. That's what happened in the phone call. I think it's broken. That clock's busted. You think? Just look at it, Your Honor. Please examine the clock. Oh! See anything interesting, Your Honor? Well, I'm not sure I would call this broken, but I doubt it could ring. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is, as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That's a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? 9 a.m. Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening, and now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... Take that! Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Woohoo! You have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation you had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! Order! The defendant's cell phone. This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you guys want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you. The clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain to the court? Just how did you know that the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store is that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Clink. So the witness has seen it before. That would make sense. Do the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yes. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. She can't have seen it before because of me by Larry. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible. Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today? Ooh. Oh. I can't do those loud voices, I'm sorry. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Oh, silly me. Did I, like, lose it? I guess I did. This is scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Ms. April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you held it. Miss May held the clock in her own hand. That's right. I was wait, duh. Heard about it. Duh. Was used to strike the victim. When else? Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? April May, you killed Mia Fey, I say. And when you struck, the force of the impact made the thinker ring. That's when you heard it. You truly are a work of art, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What's that supposed to mean? It was you who just proved that the thinker was empty. Oh, of course it wouldn't ring. What's more, the witness had a rock-solid alibi. Miss May, perhaps you could explain to the poor, misguided Mr. Wright that you were in the hotel at the time of the murder? She can't prove it. She did. It would be my pleasure. No way. Yes way, Mr. Lawyer. Teehee, didn't the murder take place at 9 at night? The exact time I ordered some room service from the hotel bellboy. Incidentally, the bellboy corroborates the witness's story. Ergo, she's not at the crime scene. Rock solid. Your Honor, I figured it out. There is one other way Miss April May could have known it was a clock. One way alone. I have proof. Well, proof, you say? Then the court will examine your proof, Mr. Wright. How did the witness know to think it was a clock? Have a look at this. Ah! Ooh! That... I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not? Ooh, ooh. Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that a witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Did the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? Oh yeah, I think I can. I think I can. It's simple. What? Okay. Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said... Sorry, it was my parents, by the way. The proof that the victim said of the phone that the weapon was a clock is on the phone. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What's it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like the statue of the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Liar. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May! Shut up! All of you! What gives you the right to talk about that? You lawyer! It's no fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it? That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Miss May, why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping her irrelevant? Gosh, she's saying exactly what Ezra wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? At the time of the murder, I was in my hotel room getting room service. How could I have killed her? If you don't believe me, just ask the bellboy. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you're sinking quite low enough already. I do have to call in the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition. If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent, and thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? I mean, at this point you have no other choice but to accept it, so fuck it. Alright, I've got nothing to lose except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I will be ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Why the fuck is he holding a tray too at the same time? He just fucking walks to the court just holding the tray of food like, oh, you know, I gotta look the part. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea stick looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness will begin his testimony. Very good, sir. I am the head bellboy at the Fine Gateway Hotel in business for 4 generations. I believe we received the call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. And they go over the iced coffee to her, our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense will begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved in the murder now, Maya will be finished. Why so specific? 9 o'clock on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9 o'clock, the time of the murder. Precisely 9 o'clock, then. Precisely, exactly, and more definitely, sir. 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee I like iced coffee exactly 9 p.m. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9 p.m., sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? You're sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an enduring mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with, embarrass her, sir. Embarrass her? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir, but not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe, perhaps, she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It is a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing here. Is that it? Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Protest. Wait, please wait. Yes, the defense has something to add. One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. This is really it. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Hmm. She seems to order room service from him frequently. So I should probably ask him about the room service. Because I doubt he's going to know anything about check-in. Fudge. What do I ask him? What do I ask him? What the fudge do I ask him? You ever have one of those things like, you know, you don't know what to ask? Hmm. Tell me about check-in. Tell me about when you checked in Miss May. Oh, alright. Very well, sir. My first thought was that she was a beautiful person. She is my type of girl, so it was a disappointment, really. I see. Excuse me. What exactly was disappointment? Well, I am not without charm, sir. But even I'd have little chance with her level there. What did he say? What did you say? Ah. Oh, rather quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person? I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite. Indeed. It was the, good barrister over there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Ugh. You fool! I've done it. I've won. Is there somebody checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then when you brought the room service, you didn't see that man in the room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was... the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Oof. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. What a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of another man from this court. Oof. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. The court is adjourned. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1. Alright, so we're gonna split the part and then we'll continue on with episode 2, which is actually a pretty long episode so far. It's probably like, we're in like into like an hour and a half into the episode now. So yeah, we'll see what happens when we continue.